So this passage says the argument, so it starts with an argument. The argument for monetizing or putting a monetary value on ecosystem functions may be stated thus. So this is the argument starting with this. Concern about the depletion of natural resources is widespread, but this concern in the absence of economic argument for conservation has not translated into significant conservational progress. So this is the argument we are talking about. Some critics blame this impasse on environmentalists, whom they believe fail to address the economic issues of environmental degradation. Conservation can appear unprofitable when compared with economic returns derived from converting natural assets, pristine coastlines for example, into explicitly commercial ones. Okay, so degradation is getting derived from economic incentive of converting them to commercial areas. But according to David Pearce, that illusion stems from the fact that services provided by ecological systems are not traded on the commodities market. Okay, so David Pearce tells us the reason why this is happening. The reason is we are not, converting the services. We'll see what those services are into commercial benefits, and thus have no readily quantifiable value. To remedy this, now it gives a suggestion. The Pearce one has to show that all ecosystems have economic value. Indeed, that all ecological services are economic services. So it's giving one example now. Tourists visiting wildlife preserves, for examples, create jobs and generates income for national economies. Undisturbed forest and wetlands regulate water runoff and act as water purifying systems, saving millions of dollars. So these are the examples that he's giving, about the services. In Gretchen Daly's view, monetization, while unpopular with many environmentalists, reflects the dominant role that economic considerations play in human behavior. Okay, so Gretchen Daly's views, it says we might not agree that monetization is the right way, but it's the economic incentives which leads to the actions which lead human behavior. So information in the passage suggests that David Pearce would most readily endorse which of the following statements concerning monetization. So David Pearce said that we're not putting economic value on the services. So let's see, monetization represents a strategy that is attractive to both environmentalists and the critics. That's not what it says. Monetization is an untested strategy, but it is increasingly being embraced. Again, that's not what it says. Monetization should at present be restricted to ecological services. It doesn't say should be restricted to this and not done with others. It simply says it should be done with this. Monetization can serve as means of representing persuasively the value of environmental conservation. So that's what it says. It says the degradation is attractive because we put a value to it. And if we put a value to conservation, it can persuade people to lead to conservation. That's what it says. Monetization should inform environmental decision making processes only if it is accepted by, that's again out of scope. Which of the following most clearly represents an example of ecological service? So a resort hotel located in an area noted for its natural beauty? No. And if you see, resort represents a commercial activity, not an ecological service. Water purifying plant that supplements natural? No. A wildlife preserve that draws international travelers? That's what it says. Because if you see, tourists visiting a wildlife preserves, so it has taken that example actually. So the others don't make any sense. According to the passage, Daly sees monetization as an indication of which of the following. Now, if you see, Gretchen Daly says that economic considerations drive human behavior. That's what it says. The centrality of economic interests to people's actions. That's what it says actually. Let's see other options also. The reluctance of critics of environmental doesn't talk about any reluctance. Inability, no, it simply says that human behavior, human action is driven by economic factors. The inevitability of environmental deregulation, no, the inevitability, again, it doesn't talk about any such thing. Which of the following can be inferred from the passage concerning the environmentalists mentioned? So if you see, we're talking about this, the environmentalists. Okay, so whom they believe fail to address the economic issues of environmental degradation. So they fail to address this issue. That's what is told about environmentalists there. They are organized in opposition to generation of income. No. They're fewer in number. It doesn't tell me anything like that. They have sometimes been charged with failing to use a particular strategy. Yes, they've been charged that they've not used monetization as a strategy to pursue their goals. They have been in the forefront of publicizing the extent. No. They define environmental progress differently. Again,